Hi Ben, nice to see you. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good. So I had Miss Johnson call you down because I got a referral for you. Do you know, or can you imagine what referral I got for you?
Not being in Miss T's class?
Correct. So I looked at your referrals and you don't have any current referrals from this year. So I was just curious, what happened and why didn't you go to class?
I had 3 tests that day and I wanted to study for one during the lab and I didn't have any of my stuff. So just decided to not go.
Alright. Where did you go when you weren't in class?
I went to the bathroom and studied.
Well, I did speak with the teacher. She's willing to let you make up the test. But you did skip a class, and that is a breaking of our school code conduct. So I'll give you a couple choices here. Because it's your first referral for skipping, I looked at your academics, you're in good standing. You can take a 2.5 hour extended detention, which is the consequence in the student handbook for skipping class. Or, through your admittance of guilt and wrongdoing, you can go to the student court and find an alternate consequence through them.
I'd like to go to the student court.
Okay, then what we'll do is we'll get the right paperwork for you, and we will set that appointment up for you, and your peers will be able to evaluate it.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Ben. How are you today, honey?
I need you to sign this piece of paper for me.
What
It's
is
from
it,
Mindy.
sweetheart?
I got in trouble today at school.
What did you do, honey?
I skipped class.
Oh, so we skipped a class, and now I have to sign off on this.
I can correct my mistake. This way it
Okay.
doesn't go on my permanent record.
Okay. I will sign this because this is the first time this has ever come up, and I hope I never have to sign anything like this again.
Yes, Mom.
Okay, honey. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
All rise, the Attleboro High School Youth Court is now in session. The peer judge Del Pozo presiding. All participants and observers remain standing until the judge is seated.
At this time, the bailiff will now swear in the jury.
Jury, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I swear or affirm
I swear or affirm
that everything I see or hear in youth court today
that everything I see or hear in youth court today
shall be kept confidential.
shall be kept confidential.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would first like to thank you for your time and attention today. I would like to remind you that you are here in the interest of serving our school community and achieving justice in the society in which we live.
Student referred, please raise your right hand. Do you understand that by being a participating respondent at this youth court, you are acknowledging wrongdoing for your actions?
I do.
Do you swear to provide an accurate and truthful testimony of your actions that will be based upon your personal knowledge and any statements you may have made?
I do.
Do you understand and intend to follow the rules and regulations of youth court proceedings you have chosen to take part in?
I do.
You may be seated.
May the student advocate present your opening statement.
Good afternoon. Benjamin Bonville was referred to the youth court by Assistant Principal Pavlisco for skipping Ms. Tiefenthaler's science class. While Mr. Bonville's actions may have inconvenienced others, he is prepared to take accountability, and he is very remorseful for his actions. Please acknowledge this when selecting Mr. Bonville's disposition.
May the school advocate present your opening statement.
Since Ben skipped class, it forced Miss Tiefenthaler to have to stay after school in order to reset and clean the lab. Not only is the teacher affected, but also the admin and the house office staff that have to monitor the attendance and track down students. It may seem like a small act, but it creates a real disruption for the staff. Please keep this in mind when going over Mr. Bonville's disposition.
Does the student advocate wish to ask any questions to the respondent?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bonville, will you please explain to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury why you chose to skip Ms. Tiefenthaler's class?
The day that I had skipped class, I had many things going on. I woke up late and I had to rush to school, and I had worn shorts and slides, which aren't allowed in the lab. The whole day was really stressful. We were scheduled to do a lab that day, and I couldn't handle the pressure because I was unprepared.
Does the school's advocate wish to ask any questions at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
After you skipped class, were you aware of how this affected Miss Tiefenthaler?
The next day, when I went to class, I realized how much it affected Miss T. She explained to me that she would have to set up the lab after school.
The prosecution rest.
Yes, Your Honor.
The school's advocate may now present its closing arguments and send its recommendations to the jury.
Mr. Bonville didn't think of the possible consequences of his actions before he decided to skip class. He now understands that his actions have an effect on people around him, and considering his circumstances, we all have off days and are sometimes unable to participate to the best of our ability. In order to amend the situation, I recommend that the respondent receives a mediation meeting with the teacher, as well as receive extra help to catch up on the class time he missed. I also recommend that the respondent receive 2 hours worth of jury duty.
Student's advocate may now present his closing arguments and sentencing recommendations to the jury.
Mr. Bonneville has shown remorse and taken accountability. He understands that his actions had multiple consequences. While going over the different disposition options, keep in mind that Mr. Bonneville is a student just like yourself. I would like to recommend that as Mr. Bonneville's disposition, he is required to apologize to Ms. Tiefenthaler by a verbal apology.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you must now deliberate and determine an appropriate disposition. Please escort the jury out of the room for deliberation.
At this time, the jury will now be escorted out to deliberate. Jury, you may now begin your deliberation.
Okay, so what were the facts and circumstances of this case?
The jury has reached their deliberation. They will now re-enter the courtroom.
May the respondent please rise. The jury has reached a verdict. We are now assigned a complete X-Block intervention on even days and a mediation session during X-Block with Ms. Tiefenthaler. Are you willing to follow through with the disposition assigned?
Yes, I am.
Being there no further business before the youth court, I hereby declare youth court adjourned.
Come on in.
Good
Hey,
morning.
good morning.
This is Ben's disposition that he signed off on, and then I'll be checking in within a few weeks to see if he fulfilled the dispositions.
All right, so looks like X-Block mediation with Miss T and extra tutoring. That's great.
Perfect.
I've been checking his attendance. He's been in class ever since, so I really appreciate it.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thanks. Come in.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
This is Ben's attendance for his mediation and tutoring with Miss T.
All right, great. Looks like he was there every time. Perfect. I will remove that referral from his record.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.